Pay that no attention. Boom. What's happening, good people? We're fashionably late, but that's all good. Welcome to Chat and Chill with your girl, Miss Kecia. I know you're excited because I'm excited. And welcome to Ladies Night. Could you have guessed? So I'm here with a couple of my lady friends for the last Thursday in Women's History Month. So tonight we're just going to have some ladies conversation. Me and all of y'all out there can stick around and hear what we got to say. May help you a little bit, We're here for you. So before we get started, let me just do my disclaimer. Please understand that everything that is shared, said on this show by myself or any of my guests are our own thoughts and opinions, meaning they're not yours. So if you don't agree, it's okay. We love you anyway. So having said that, let's get hot. So let me introduce my girl. This is my cousin Kecia.
Yeah.
Kecia, say hi to the people.
Hey, yo.
All right. This my little big sister Amanda.
Hey, hey.
All right. That's my best friend, little sister Meek. Is that
Meet me.
All right. So as y'all know by now, okay, this is not a scripted show. We just kind of go with the flow. All right. So tonight, as y'all know, I think I told everybody. If not, surprise. Just surprise. We're going to talk about some different subjects. I say about 3 or 4, depending on how it goes or whatever. About 3 or 4 little different topics. Just be honest. Say what you got to say.
All right.
Don't hold back because, again, like the disclaimer said, these are your thoughts and your opinions.
Right.
Right? Okay. All right. So I'm excited about this. It's about to go down.
Let's chop it up.
It's about to go down.
Let's do this.
All right. I got my little Prince jacket on. I couldn't get it. They won't stop growing. Somebody help me, please. Help me, please.
So annoying.
Okay. For real though. All right. So the first topic up on the stage is y'all already know what I'm about to say. Let's talk about that Will Smith slapping that young man.
The big slap.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna just tell you what I thought about it. Right. So, I've been reading all these blogs and people's opinions and blah, 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 right? But, I think that was so foolish of him. I think it was very, very foolish of him. I think that it was a better way to handle it as an adult. And I think, unfortunately, what he really told the world, at least what he told me, was he need to see somebody. Because if he felt that strongly to go up there to slap that man on TV to defend his wife, when all he did was say words, like, come on, man. Like, and then this, I'm getting ready to say this broad. His wife had already, stripped him of his manhood when she was all at the red table telling all the business about what she had going on, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that would have been a point where, she should have been checked and dude should have been checked. You disrespecting me as a man, you disrespecting my home, you disrespecting my wife. He made a whole goddamn song about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's different. Like that, I think deserved a pop in the mouth. Now, so I believe it had nothing to do with Chris Rock, unfortunately. Now, got it. They say, oh, he was just fed up because Chris Rock did it once before, and he told Chris Rock he better not do that again, and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Like, I got it, but still, you know what I'm saying? But still, so I just think, everybody want to pop off about Kanye West. He going crazy and he got the Kardashian spell on him and, all this other stuff. But, mental health
is real.
It's real. And I just think like this, like understanding him as a man and how that all went down, and he never had no opinions about it. The only opinion he had was, I was in agreement. Ain't no flipping way. Ain't no flipping way. But you gonna go up here and bust this man in the face because he said something, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dude. So I just think, like, I think we as a society, sometimes we as women can be very toxic, and we can turn our men, we damage these men. And from a single woman's point of view, y'all be fucking them up for people like me.
Really?
It's the truth. Because, Mika, you know, out here dating now, they either gay, which ain't nothing wrong with being gay.
Nothing
That's
wrong
your
with
thing.
it.
Go
Nothing
do
wrong
it.
with
I'm all for it. I mean, you know what you doing. I don't really care. We ain't even got to talk about it.
Right.
But as a single woman, majority of the men, they're damaged. Not to say that we aren't damaged, you know. But, you know, with men, the whole pride thing is a little bit more for them to acknowledge, like, you know, I'm kind of fucked up. You know, I might need to go talk to somebody. So, you know, these women be out here like what she did, you know? Like, that's fucking narcissistic. Like, and poor little fella just all wrapped up in it. And,
Not the little fella.
and now he out here slapping people on TV. And they threatening to take his little trophy from him.
But you don't know what he got going on at home. She might have been ready to take him home
and whoop his ass for not saying nothing. And that's my point. So, that's my point. These raggedy ass broads be out here fucking these dudes up. And so then people like me, what am I supposed to do? Please tell me.
I gotta play devil's advocate real quick.
Let's go, devil.
We know that their marriage is
it's different.
It's very expensive.
It's different.
They've been together for a very long time, and they've opened doors that probably should have never been open concerning the covenant of marriage.
You got that so right. She fucked him up. Excuse my French.
Who's to say?
It was her.
You upset. Look,
I know it was her. Yeah, because these broads be out here fucking these men up. Like,
but I think it's a.
Yeah, he let her because he loved her.
Not so much like that, but I think that
take your bag.
Back to work.
I think it's a two-way. I think it's a two-way street,
it probably
right?
Always been crazy, cousin.
But this is the thing. I think it's a two-way street. It's probably layers and layers and layers and layers to that situation that we don't even know of. We only seeing what they displaying on television.
We know it's be on the red table,
but we don't know because even that can be scripted. So it's like
but it all goes back to again. She fucked him up.
He fucked himself up because he had to stay. He could leave.
He love her.
Well, then you
love.
So if you love,
shut up.
So if you love somebody and you're willing to stay with them, then you need to be willing to take what comes with that because he can leave.
Yeah.
Just like a female can get up and leave a man when it's options. So I don't think that it's, in my opinion, I don't think that, I'm not saying that Jada doesn't have anything to do with it, but what I am saying is I think there's a lot of layers in that because when you look at him and that how it all went down, first of all, I don't even know how he was able to get up on the stage.
Okay,
how was that even possible?
And nobody even said
nobody, and she didn't even do like this.
Hey, like slow your roll.
So that's number one for me. But when you look at
that goes back to the narcissistic because he was laughing at first, and then she must have like
she side-eyed him.
You know what I'm saying? Like what you laughing
like,
at?
What are you laughing at?
So you might be right. She might be gonna whoop his ass when they got home. So he was like, either you go up there and punch him in the face, or I punch your ass in the face when we get home. So he was like, I'm gonna punch him in the face and take whatever come with it.
Oh my goodness.
I just think
some people are saying on the flip side though, some people are saying that it was staged. He would, there's a script that they go by when they're hosting these shows.
That's some bullshit. I would never agree to that.
I mean, some people are saying that. That was scripted.
But they are saying though that Chris Rock did not write that joke.
That's
that
what I'm
joke
saying.
was written for him, and he didn't
it was
know.
Scripted.
So
he
honestly,
got that at the last minute.
When you look at his face,
Yeah, he was.
There
he
is
was like, what the
definitely something else going on. He had this whole memoir that just came out, a book that he just wrote about his own mental health,
Yes.
how he watched his mom be abused.
He was
so I think
bullied
it's
as well.
layers to it. We
Yeah.
can
Yes,
say,
yes,
like,
yeah,
we
I
can,
saw that.
and the media, it's unfortunate how the media chops things up. Because we can say what we want to say.
Right.
Only people that know what's going on in that house is
Mhm.
Will, Jada, her mother, and them 2 kids.
I'm
Period.
just saying how it's going to affect the community. That's what I'm talking about.
The community
When-
already.
Okay,
fucked
but
up.
we trying.
So, what the fuck?
But we trying to get it healthy.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? We trying to get it healthy.
But that
Those
goes
of
back
us-
to what somebody else was saying that I read too. We looking at how white people are looking at us. Who cares?
Yeah, who gives a shit? I don't
'Cause at
care
the-
how
'cause
the white
you know what I'm
people
saying?
look.
'Cause at the end of the
I'm
day-
talking about how, what is it showing young black men? Because I know I done taught my son, you with, or my son knows, like for instance, my ex, he know I talk shit. You know what I'm saying? So if we was out somewhere or something happened, as long as nobody wasn't calling me out my name,
Right, walk
this
away
was-
from it.
and then just
You've been trained to
fucking
walk away.
You just an
It's
idiot.
words.
Yeah,
Words are
it's just
wins.
words.
Yeah.
Like, so what do you? So now we're saying it's okay to just punch somebody in their face, and then it's black on black.
Right.
Come on, man. It's like we take 2 steps forward and 17 steps backwards. And then it's
But I think that also goes back to idolizing people.
well, yeah, I was getting ready to say because of the
these
positions
are
that
at the end of the day, these people are human. They
Well,
might be
yeah.
celebrities and millionaires or whatever the case is, but they have feelings, they go through things, they're human. So
Right.
in that moment, even though she might have been that nudge that was like, yeah, go on up there and do it, I still think that it was something else mentally that he was
got
battling
a lot of
with.
issues. I think
So I know
too,
I heard
agree.
something that came out that was like he's going to
I
get
did hear that on
therapy
the
or
radio
something
this
like
morning.
that. You should have been
I heard
doing
that.
that.
Well,
You should have did that when you.
Why is it?
No,
Why?
no,
My
no,
question
no,
is
no.
this. Not cutting you off, but my question is this: why nobody escorted him out of there? Why did they feel that he
They
was
probably
at
was
liberty?
scared.
Well, I
Why
heard
they
that
felt like he
tried
was at
to, and
liberty?
he said it wasn't legal.
Is
But
that
I
what
also
it
heard
was?
that
They
was
was
yeah,
scared.
yeah.
They was
He was
like-
at liberty to just stay and enjoy, partake
Because
in
you know
that.
why? It was probably white people that went to escort him out. And he said, I ain't going.
Well, they
You
said
think they're going to be like, yes, you are. And he just slapped the brother?
Right.
No.
Well, they
Okay,
said
but
that,
sir, you just go ahead on.
I
I'm
think-
going
Because
back
they don't
over
want to
here
get
to my-
they don't want to get slapped
smacked.
either. Right.
Well, I
Right?
think they said
Maybe.
that Will Packard, who was the show's, I don't know if he was the
Yeah, he
producer,
produced
he
it.
asked him not to leave. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we can take whatever we take it from the media, but nobody knows what the hell happened to the
Right.
the
It's a lot of
people that was there.
speculation around
And
the
I
whole
think
thing.
that's for me why it's just like, is it really just made up? Because at this point, everybody has an opinion.
But
Everybody,
even if it was made up,
it's so
I
annoying.
just feel like for the community, why would you agree to do some shit like that?
who
Like,
creates these shows?
like,
And what
but
do they say about
still,
Hollywood, Black Hollywood,
but
and
that
being
just-
a sellout
but
and
then,
all these
yeah,
different
that
things?
just
So it's
tells
like,
me,
is
like,
that a part of
Beyonce
it?
and Jay-Z wouldn't have did that shit.
Beyonce looked back
Like,
like
this is ghetto. Beyonce said, this is really ghetto.
Right.
The ghetto.
I think I just think overall it's an unfortunate situation
Yes, it's
because
very unfortunate.
it in all the years that we have known of Will Smith to be who he is, that just doesn't seem like that's in his character.
in his
but
character,
again,
but
we don't know these people.
again,
So-
I feel like she fucked him up. Just like
She
these
might
other
have.
bros be out here fucking up these dudes, and then they be all messed up, and then here come me.
You got damaged goods.
You know
to
what I'm
deal
saying?
with.
I got my own shit, and now here you come. You got your own shit. Your shit worse than mine. It's like, because I done went and got some therapy. You just like, I'm good. And then next thing you know, you slapping people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't even go to red light. You slapping people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like, you know, it starts the topic of men getting therapy, men becoming mentally healthy, us women supporting our men in that, because I think that the reason why men don't get therapy is because of the way some of us demean them, the way that we make them feel like they not a man, or they not strong, or you can't protect me, you weak, blah 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 blah, when what we should be doing is supporting these brothers, supporting them, encouraging them.
What about the brothers that you support into therapy, or you suggest therapy to them and they're opposed to therapy. What do you do with that?
You just keep at it. I know I just keep at it until, I just have to figure it out. Like,
because there's some men out there that feel like, I'm not going to sit in a shrink's office for somebody that don't know nothing about me, nothing about where I come from, for them to tell me how I should be moving, how I should live my life.
That is a generational foundation that comes from their uncles and their daddies and their daddies and everybody else. But it's a different time. Back then, they had to do things to survive. We're not in that point right now. What we're doing is, when we don't get healthy mentally, we're damaging our kids, our families.
Right.
The foundation is still broken. So it's different. It's different. So I know for me, because I've had that.
Right.
You like, come on, man. Some people, some of my battle buddies, like, I just, why don't you just go talk to them? Just you ain't even got to, different resources you can go and nobody will never know. Oh no, I don't need to go talk to nobody. And then you just keep at it. And I like to tell them my story. Like, if I wouldn't have went to therapy, like for instance, I had some shit go down at work yesterday. Had I not went to therapy, had I not been in therapy,
oh Lord,
it would have been some damn consequences and got doggone repercussions. But being as though I go to therapy, you know what I'm saying? I exercise some of those things, and even after everything that had happened, my mind was all over the place. And then I had to regroup, and say, okay,
right,
those bad habits used to get me X, Y, and Z. I'm in a different space. I need to do things a little different.
Right.
And once I calmed down, I was able to handle it like it should have been handled.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But so you got and that's how I like to, I just kind of be like, well, because my daughter was opposed to therapy. Oh, Jesus Christ, was she? She was super now advocate for it. Everybody needs to go to therapy. Everybody. You need to see a therapist. You talk to somebody. You need some anxiety medicine. Like she's a therapist. She knows she gonna diagnose you. She'll tell me quick. When the last time you talk to your therapist? Mind your business. Mind your business. But I get it, and I just think that we need to do better as women to support our brothers. That it's okay to go talk to somebody. Like,
I feel like for men, a lot of men are raised. You have a great percentage of men who are raised by women.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And women have a tendency, in being single mothers, to raise men as you need to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to put on this, and I'm going to say front. As a childhood, as children,
right.
They have to put on somewhat of a front until they get into the space of having a full understanding of what a man really is. And we know a lot of that times they're grown, and until they come into the full acknowledgement.
Right.
So when it comes to that masculine, it comes with pride.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
a lot of men have real big issues with even being okay with accepting where they are and something is wrong because of the pride that came with, you need to be masculine because you're a man. You
Right.
To add to that, though, I think that you have to be in a space of having a growth mindset.
Yes.
And everybody's not there, right? Yeah. So I consider myself to be a very reflective person. So if something happens, I'm also a Cancer, so that plays a lot of part in it. So I
went to damn party.
But I'm a very, like, if I do something, I'm gonna sit on it to try to figure out, especially if I hurt somebody, if I do something that I know is not right within me, I'm gonna sit and try to figure it out. And that leads me to being able to reflect on myself and the things that I've done.
Right.
Everybody's not there. And if, like you said, if you're not raised in a situation or in an environment that promotes that, then you don't have it. Right. So while we can be advocates all day long, it starts with you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be willing to actually take the step to get the help that you need, but you also have to be willing to admit that I need that help. And everybody doesn't look at it as something is wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew for me when I needed to go to, matter of fact, one of my bosses is who told me, like, you might need to look into going to therapy.
Right.
And I remember when she said it, I looked at her like, who the hell? Like,
Yeah,
you
I
don't know
remember.
me.
I remember.
So how can you? But I had to take myself out of the situation
Right.
and really like look at it from a holistic view. Like, I got anxiety. It's something, and I've been dealing with anxiety since I was like,
but you didn't
little
know that's what it was
at all.
Yeah.
Right.
But I knew something was
Right,
wrong. The way
right.
that I handled situations, the way that I reacted to certain things, the way that I,
trauma.
it did. It did. So, but it took for me to reflect on that, to hear it from somebody that doesn't know me, to say, you might need this because I had to go through it. So you might need it too. And that's when I was like, you know what? She might be right. And that weekend, literally, I went to North Carolina to visit my uncle who was in the hospital. I got online and I started looking for Black therapists. And I found my therapist. And my thing was, I want to find somebody that I'm going to be able, that's the other thing is, who's going to relate to me? There are more and more and more Black therapists out here now, which I think is great. So it's becoming more of a variety for us. But the other thing is, you want to be, if I'm telling you my secrets and my most confident stuff, I want to be able to trust you and be relatable. So with my therapist, literally the first session, I was like, she's the one. But it took for me to let go of that, to be vulnerable. And everybody is not in that sense. So I think.
But I also, again, going back, I think that if some of us women did better at supporting our brothers, then it wouldn't be so hard.
But do you think that that's because you coming into a messed up situation?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't know what kind of baggage somebody bringing with them.
Yeah, but that's a part of the whole. That's a part of the whole. That's dating. Okay, you two don't have that problem. Okay,
she said,
but us two do. Okay,
what problem do you have?
Okay,
what's your problem?
You already said I do, I did, and I'm going to. Okay, you already said that. All right? So you took it. You said whatever he got, I want.
But you don't find out. There's things that you could be with an individual forever. You could be with them forever
and be learning something new
it's
about
a
them
learning
every
curve
day. I got
every day.
But
you can be forever, and you
still don't
never know
I got
everything.
It. But the stuff that you found out before, you were still like, but I still like you. I do. We trying to get there. We trying to get to that threshold. Put your bag over here and put my bag over there. Let's go to this altar.
But guess what?
But we can't get over there.
You can't get over there. Why?
Because of what all of y'all been saying this whole time.
What's that?
Brothers don't want to sit down there. A lot of brothers.
Yes.
Y'all out there.
Not all.
A lot of brothers don't want to sit. They don't want to set their pride aside. They don't want to say.
Some of them don't know how to.
And then you right.
They don't know how.
It is.
They don't know how.
So,
some of them don't know how to say I love you.
Yeah.
Some of them don't know how to hug.
And you know why?
Don't know how to.
You know why? Because some broad fucked them up.
No, it's not even that. It could have stemmed from childhood. It could stem from childhood. You never know.
A lot of stuff don't even start.
There you go. And that's where I was trying to get to. Exactly.
I was getting ready to say.
I know for a fact that anxiety in a lot of people starts from a traumatic situation as a child.
So it was their mamas. Goddamn mamas.
You know what?
Y'all need to be better mamas.
But even that, you don't know what that mama went through to raise that child. Because that mama could be raising that child in an abusive relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a cycle that our community and it wasn't a cycle that we created. Let's be real about that.
You're right.
That cycle to me was embedded in us. We can take it back to slavery. We're not gonna go there, but we can take it back that far. So I think that our community, unfortunately, I think we're making strides. I think we're trying. I think there are a lot of men out here that are very much willing to go to say, hey, I know I have a problem.
Right.
But it's so many different layers. And when you start to peel back them layers and realize that it ain't just him, it could have been his daddy. Mm-hmm. That trauma could have started with the daddy leaving him.
I want to love you. Right. I want to love you. Yeah. Over and
I don't even know that song.
That's one of them old school.
Okay. I don't know that song.
That's before her time.
I don't know that song.
I cannot.
That's before
all right. Okay. That listen,
you lost little sister.
Maybe it was the pitch in which she was singing.
Watch it. I was being romantical. Okay. All right, but I also think we're gonna go dive into this next situation.
Oh Lord.
Their mental health, right? You know, it can mess with their
sexual ability.
Yeah, they groove sometimes. Okay. You know,
I ain't never had.
Well,
that
I always say, for me as a woman, and I don't know if it works the same way for a man. The whole sexual thing is a mind game. It starts here. I could look at my man and be like, damn, he just took out the trash.
Well, he took out the trash.
Just took out the trash. Simple took out the trash. Simple take out the. He might have threw a load of clothes in the laundry. Yeah. See, that's where it starts here. It starts up here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And by the time the trash has occurred and the laundry has occurred, by the time I got past dinner and it's time to go
hunch.
Yeah, I'm ready. Because you did all of that, and that was it started here. You know what I'm saying?
But did you have to?
But
I don't. No,
just
no.
Can you take the trash out? Did it start there? Or was it something he was just already?
Oh,
wow.
Take charge.
Did you just have a moment?
No, I'm just saying. Take charge. One day, one of these days. I pray one of these days you're here. But it starts, with little things, because if you're taking the initiative to do certain things without me saying it, that right there in itself, that's a turn on.
It's a super turn
I
on.
hate to have to say, can you do this? Can you do that? And don't forget to do this, and don't forget to do that. And did you do this? And did you? I don't want to have to do that. That's a problem for me.
I feel you.
Yeah. So if you're somebody that takes the initiative, that in itself is attractive.
Do you have better sex after you was married? Before you was married? I've heard that, like, sex changes after you got married.
I mean, so again, for me, it's one of those things where it's a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? So if I gotta be mentally there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It to me, it don't really change. It should get better. It should get better.
That makes sense.
It don't really. It shouldn't change. And God forbid it should change for the worse. Now, come on, now. I'll be just stuck there. So you have to constantly be.
Situation.
Yeah, that's a messed up situation. So you got to constantly be reinventing yourselves, and
I know for me,
keeping it spicy.
But see, I know for me, like, you're right, sex is mental, because I could just shut it off.
Yep.
I could just shut it off. Like, when me and my ex broke up, like, it's off right now. It's off.
Really?
Off. Off. Lights is out. Bulbs is out.
Really?
Out the socket.
Is it just for that individual, or is it just across the board? Because for me, I'm a really, like, I have a high sex drive.
Me too.
So I'm like always thinking about how can I.
But you got somebody to go home to. I don't. So, like, when me and my ex broke up, it cut it off, because I had to go through the healing process or whatever. I had to go through the healing process and all that. But even outside of I consider myself healed. Like, I don't hate him. I don't want to throw him off a bridge no more. So.
But don't you feel sometimes like you could just?
I be needing a hug, yeah.
Yeah, you can use that, human interaction. But I don't have that human touch. You still need that.
You just touch me, I'm good. I'm good for
that. Not that kind of touch. You need that human touch.
You are human.
The opposite sex.
Kecia,
okay.
You need the human touch from the opposite sex. So sometimes you don't feel like you would just go pounce on.
No,
you knock on the door, pounce on his ass, and then leave.
No, you know what? And one of my best friends,
I can't shut it off like that.
Yeah, I can't.
I'll be mad at you.
I mean, I could do it for like years. I could do it for like years. And my girlfriend, she used to tell me, how do you do it? It's mental for me.
It is.
Sex is mental.
Yes. It is mental.
Like porn and masturbating, I can't do all of that because I can't.
She said,
I can't masturbate. I cannot. Never have. Don't plan on it. I have never done it because I like the closeness. I like the touching. I like all of that.
Okay.
Lord forgive me for sinning, fornicating, all the rest of that stuff. But I like all of that, so I can't masturbate. I can't just be laying there and be like, ooh,
really?
Me.
Really?
Like, who I'm gonna say? Me, ooh, me.
You can't love
Like,
yourself. You can't love yourself.
I mean, I do. I love me. Don't get it.
No, I'm saying you can't love yourself at that level.
No, I cannot. I'm broke.
Oh, you might want to try that.
I'm
sometime.
broke.
You might want to try that.
I
sometime.
ain't never. Girl, one year when I turned 35, all my friends brought me
toys.
Yeah.
It's nice to have
because
a toy
I was
box.
like, and I was like,
it's
what?
nice to have a toy
and
box.
a lot of it I still have.
So you should pull something out and
it's
try
no
it.
fun to me.
Battery's dead or something.
Nothing works. It don't. It's just mental. It's just mental. I can't do it. I cannot masturbate. Or like when some people, you ever had sex with someone that they want you to play with yourself, and I'm looking like, I'm not doing that. That's no fun for me. I'm not finna play with myself. You play with yourself if you want to see that happen, but I just can't do that. I don't know. It is, maybe because I was a late bloomer, but so I can cut it off. I can cut it off. That's why I think like, my ex always be like, oh, I know you see it. I know. And when I say no, like I really truly mean it. Like I could just cut it off. Like,
really?
Yeah, I can just cut it off. And then I meet amazing men, right? But if it's off, I don't see them like that. They could be fine, sexy, everything. But I don't see them like that. I friends on everybody.
So you what?
Yeah.
So what you're telling me, what I'm hearing.
Okay.
This is my thoughts.
Okay.
Okay. What I'm hearing is you might be blocking your blessings.
Why? Because
because you got stuff turned off. I heard you say all kinds of stuff is turned off.
No, just the sex part. Like he's an awesome person. We could go hang out and all that.
You just don't.
I'm just not sexually attracted. And if I'm not sexually attracted to you, then I can't go to that next level with you.
I could feel that. I've gone years.
Yeah, me too. And it'll probably be.
I hear that. I hear you.
But for me, it was like I got out of a situation.
I love to do it. Here,
we got it. We got it
all the time.
Because you turned off.
I'm off now.
You can't say you love to do it all the time. Because if you was an individual that loved to do it, all the time.
If I turn it on,
such as myself, okay, because I'm a little rabbit, little bunny rabbit. Boing, boing, boing. Okay. Whether that individual is there or not, I take pleasure in pleasuring myself.
Okay, I can't do that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't
necessarily.
I don't necessarily need that individual there, for that. It's nice to have the human touch there, but I don't necessarily need that there. Right?
You know what gives me that same feeling? Shopping.
Retail therapy.
I feel like
I mean, that's nice.
With an hour session at the end, I'll be sweating and coming out the Louis Vuitton.
That's nice, but it's different. It's not the same.
I be sweating coming out the
It's not the
Louis Vuitton
same.
store. I be like, ooh, Louis. I'm serious. Just like when that whole the little rose came out, everybody was on. You've never heard of the rose?
What's the rose?
Oh yeah, they be talking about the rose, like the rose.
Y'all have me googling the rose.
They like the rose is a game changer.
What's the
I
rose?
heard the same thing. It's a toy, but it literally looks like a rose, and it gives you clitoral
stimulation,
really?
And it gives
baby, we're gonna have to look for the rose.
I don't know.
He's probably Googling it right now. Let me find it.
He got Twitter fingers. He probably is.
I just don't get, like, I don't know. And then when I tell people that, especially men, they're like, oh, you lying. No, I'm not. I don't. No, I'm not finna. I can't do that. It just don't work for me. Maybe I'm
so
both.
When there's not a man in your life, there's just nothing
happening. No, a lot of Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Yep.
She said that.
Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I get that feeling like, oh, I just wish somebody was here to hold me. But I have all these pillows on my bed, so I just move close to the pillows.
What the hell? What in the world?
That's why I said it's all mental for me.
America. Because this going this going go viral. America,
saying, but when I'm
on?
with somebody, like my ex, he used to be like, God damn, I'm like, dude, I'm older than you. What's come on, wake up, move over, start it out, you know. But and you know, I've had because I'm very sexual. Very sexual. I don't care where we at.
That's what I'm saying. So for you to be saying that you're very,
I can turn it off.
For you to be very sexual, it's like I consider myself highly sexual.
Did you also have a husband at home?
So stop referring to the husband.
But he's there.
He's there. Yes,
if
he's there.
If I had a husband, I wouldn't be off right now. I would be very on.
Okay, right. But what I'm saying is, if your husband go to work and you feeling warm and fuzzy, you can't help yourself.
I'll meet me outside at lunch.
No, the man worked 45 minutes away.
45 minutes. I got some PTO.
No, I don't get that.
You the boss.
I don't get that. I got people like you.
I'm closing the shop. Y'all got to go. Ain't nobody getting that damn hair done. I don't care what you look like.
Oh Lord.
I don't care how much you're gonna pay me extra. Not see them all.
Well, boo. I just feel like at some point there comes a point where you have to do a little self-service.
Yeah,
other than that, you be out there like just looking for it anywhere.
Well,
you might stumble across the wrong stuff.
But that's like when I was younger, I used to be able to have casual sex.
No, you don't want that.
I can't have casual sex
now.
No,
you grown and this stuff out. It's diseases out there.
So I don't do casual sex. But I mean, when I was
but you can
younger,
casually love yourself.
I mean, I could casually love myself at Tiffany's or Macy's.
It's not the same.
Yeah,
you said it's not.
It is for me. It works. Why you think I got so many purses and sneakers? What? Ooh, I'm feeling myself. Let me go buy some shoes. Ooh, what? I'm feeling myself. Let me go buy a purse.
Okay. Okay. Yep. I guess we all handle our situations.
And the worst part about it is, at my age, our age, you like when it's on, it's always on. Like if I cut it on, like I'm always on. The older you get, like you're
like a rabbit.
Yes, your sex drive, like
that's what I'm saying.
You know, like with men and women, it's like the opposite, right? Yeah. I don't know how God came up with that idea, because when we supposed to meet in the middle, you know what I'm saying?
In your 20s.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I get old, you get old, you kind of, and I'm like, you fight me off and all that. Like, come on, girl, I'm putting stuff in my Kool-Aid so I can go to sleep, you know?
Right.
But it's the truth though, you know. So right now I'm off.
Okay.
So I have lots of times to do
lots of shopping time.
Yes, I do. I have a lot of shopping
My
time.
shoe size is 8.5. Since you got time for shopping. Shoot.
Who this? Listen, look, Doc talk about girl pillows ain't doing nothing.
Okay.
Doc, I'm trying. I'm trying to get there. Y'all just keep praying for me. Keep praying, praying that the Lord sends somebody my way. This what's up, but whatever. So back oh Lord Jesus.
It's okay.
I know. I feel sad.
Don't feel sad.
I feel sad. Listen at Janae. Facts. Self-service is normal and good to appreciate your own body.
What's her name?
Janae.
Yes, Janae.
Listen, Janae. Check this out. We don't need you adding your 2 cents all the way from Texas.
No, say it.
I'm
Janae,
good.
From Texas, say it. I'm a little self-service to keep you.
It's my mind. It's my mind.
For me, self-service will keep me from going in them streets looking for something I ain't got no business looking for.
I'm still not going in them streets.
Just because he at work 45 minutes away.
Listen, I'm on my way. I'll meet you in the parking lot. I'll meet you in the parking lot. It's mental for me. I love the touch of a man, a nice scrawn. Man.
Strong one.
Scrawn.
Not strong.
He got to be scrawn to get these thighs up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, which is,
that's natural.
I guess it is.
But like, what's her name? Janae from Texas. It's okay to love yourself.
And look, Doc, talk about you need to get on. I'm trying, Doc. I'm trying. Listen, this dating thing sucks balls. Okay. I'm very picky when it comes to dating,
Okay.
Like,
But you ever heard, well, there's an old saying that they say, where I come from, picky, you might pick shit because you're so goddamn picky. It's nice to be picky.
I wouldn't say I'm
you know what I'm saying? It's
like
nice
that.
to be picky, but you can be picky to a fault because you might miss a blessing because I don't know, maybe he too chocolate, or maybe he too
no such animal.
Maybe he too light, or maybe
ain't no such animal.
His skin too dry,
light, dark, medium.
He dry. I don't know.
He dry.
I mean, dang, I don't know.
I don't want him if he dry.
Right, he might be too dry. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, you can't be so picky to a fault.
But listen, you might not know because you married.
I hate when y'all say that.
Okay, but this is the thing.
I mean, that's nice. I love being married, but dang, y'all act like I got something. I got something exclusive that you can't get to. You
in a different club.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
You can attain that. It's attainable.
We're trying to get there.
It's attainable.
But if you over here quiet and stuff, you don't want to tell your secrets. You got a secret. You a closet freak. You a closet freak, ain't it? Oh, she don't got to go outside. I got that closet freak. You all quiet.
What's this you keep yelling?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I get excited about getting excited.
She don't fall off her chair.
She is.
The way she rocking back and forth.
I got scrum thighs.
Okay.
I'm not falling.
Okay.
I'm not falling off this mountain.
Okay.
I'm not falling. I'm for real though. I know me. If I see a dude, the first thing, if he's attractive, I'ma just tell y'all. Me, the first thing I think is, can I screw him?
That's the first thought.
Yeah, it is.
Oftentimes, that's the first thought. He can get some.
Yeah, he can get it.
He can get this.
He can get it.
That's the first thought.
So if I don't immediately have that thought,
then you're gonna
be friend zone just like that.
Okay.
You'll be friend zone.
Yeah. I understand that.
Like I'm not even gonna waste my time. I'm too old to be wasting my time.
I agree with that. I've been like that probably all my life.
Yeah.
If I can look at you and say, you can get this.
Yeah. If I can't say that, like the whole thing, like he gotta be this tall and he got to drive this and he got no. I look at the person.
Yeah,
I look at the person. I know they say don't date potential because the potential will always disappoint you, but you gotta see who the person is and you gotta respect their potential. Just like they are going to respect your potential because they don't want to be with you just for who you are right now. And then they're thinking, okay, if she's this person now, she's going to be phenomenal later or whatever. Right. And that's what you think about, at least I do. I think about, okay, this person got these dreams and these aspirations. I can see it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not like I'm making up in my head. I'm going off of what this person is telling me, So, yeah, and if I look at you and I can't be like, yeah, I'm gonna get that. I just like it's no, you friend zone like all day, all night,
But that's not gonna turn your switch on, though.
No, do not turn my switch on. That's not gonna turn my switch on. Now, if I see somebody and say like they trying to holler, like if my ex was to come ring my doorbell, my switch would be on. Zip. All the lights on.
Really? Why him though?
Because I love Hopper. I still love him. I do. I'm still in love with him. So
you just made a big disclaimer.
He ain't watching, don't worry.
You
don't know.
Oh, I know.
Somebody watching that might
send it to him. Ain't nobody gonna tell him. If you do, I'm gonna come find your ass.
Let me see. You got a couple of views. They watching.
Listen,
somebody watching.
But for real, because but that's not to say that I can't meet somebody or somebody can't approach me and then it'll be turned on.
So how are you to turn it on for someone else if you're saying that you're still in love over there? How are you to turn it on for someone else?
Because I know we're not going to be together. I know that in my mind that we're not going to be together. So just because I'm still in love with him, I know in my mind, like I'm not pining for him to come back. You know what I'm saying?
So how are you to move forward with someone else then?
I got to find someone else first.
How you gonna move forward though if you're still there?
But I'm not there. Just because I'm in love with him, I am still
you made a
in love
big
with,
disclaimer just now.
I am still in love with him,
cousin.
Listen,
cousin,
for real though,
cousin, help me, cousin, help me.
No, y'all gotta hear me out.
Listen,
I'm still in love with him, but I know we're not going to be together. It's a difference between me saying I'm still in love with him and I'm waiting for the Lord to bring him back. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I'm still in love with him, right? I haven't gotten past, I just love him as a person. I'm still in love with him. If he was to knock on my door tonight, woo, but I know we're not going to be together. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I still present myself to people, and I haven't, unfortunately, met someone that wanted me that I wanted to turn it on for. Mm-hmm. Now, just because I'm in love with him doesn't mean that I can't have sex with somebody else.
So, how are you to give all yourself, all of you, to the other individual? Somebody's gonna get slighted.
Somebody because me and him ain't got
little sister.
Me and him ain't got nothing going on.
Is somebody gonna get slighted?
No, because we just meeting each other.
I'm just
cousin.
I'm trying to
figure
out
cousin.
Where you because I know how the situation went down. How do you how I know that love sometimes lingers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You with somebody for a while, but you also know who he is.
Yeah, I do.
You also know how he is.
I do.
Why is him as the ex? Why is he?
Why do I
access to be able to flip that switch so easy?
Because it was so good. It was so good.
So the memory of
that's another conversation.
Y'all make me
That's
hot.
because when you
been hot.
That's because when you put love and then that whole
because I'm trying to draw the line of the love and the lust.
Yeah, y'all made me hot.
Okay.
So
no,
that's fine.
That's what I'm saying. It's because I still am in love with him.
With this shenanigans.
So that I could, if he was to show up and be like, I just want to hold
you. See what her shirt say?
What?
That's what. Not today. Not today.
Listen, it's not lust.
What is it?
Maybe it could be lust. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Listen, she said, "Girl, if it changes actions to be what you need to be, go back." And that's if he changes actions. I feel you. I didn't. We could talk about it, but I don't know that his actions have changed. All right. Right now, I'm saying, maybe it wouldn't be lust for me. It would probably be lust for him. But it wouldn't be lust for me because I'm still in love with him. So to me, it would be I'm still making love to him.
Right, but do you hear how it sounds though?
I know it sounds crazy to y'all, but I can't help how I think. Y'all need to talk to God about that. He broke me. But I could still make love to him knowing that if we
he ain't it.
If he wouldn't, like Janae said, if he didn't change,
then he's not it. You could still,
but you don't know if he is or not. We could, God could just be trying to shape us. I just said that right now, I don't know that we're gonna be together. I know right now that unless some serious changes happen, that we're not gonna be together. But I
still make love.
I still love
when
him.
I decide that you ain't it, it's over. When I decide that you ain't it,
maybe I decided I really did decide that he.
So there's some hope in there.
There's some hope there. Okay, next topic. All right,
cousin.
What about the Knicks?
Cousin, touch me. cousin, touch
They
me.
losing, so
Touch me. There's some hope there.
Oh, listen, that Janae just chiming in. Don't you got something else to do? So about
She
you
watching.
can't
She
move
getting these
on
numbers.
if you are in love with him.
Mm.
Loving someone and in love is two different things. That
Tell
means
her,
he
Janae.
could block your blessing.
Janae said it.
All right, it is what it is.
Janae, my girl.
And it's going, I mean, you never know. I might meet someone else and then realize, like, you know.
I mean, you can't say might because that's what you've been saying the whole show.
What,
this
Mike?
Is what you want. No, what you want.
Oh.
You want that.
I do want
yeah,
that.
But then you gotta let go. Then you gotta let go of you gotta let go of what was and what you feel like ain't gonna be.
All right, I feel you.
Because how you supposed to move forward? You know what I'm saying? You blocking your own blessings.
But I feel like I am. I meet people. I talk to them all the time. I talk to plenty of dudes. You know, they call me.
But in the back of your mind,
they ask me out
in
to
the back
dinner.
of your mind, in the back of your mind,
you know, I go to dinner and stuff with them.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I do a lot of stuff. I talk to plenty of guys.
Mm-hmm. But in the back of your mind, what?
In the back of my mind, I ain't thinking nothing.
Is that what you just heard?
That's why I said.
What you heard, cousin?
Listen,
she said,
I go out with people. Nobody just ain't made me feel like I want to turn it on.
Because you turned on somewhere else.
I'm not turned on nowhere else.
You said if that door went like this right now.
Tonight.
You made a big disclaimer. You could flip the switch on, which means if you could flip the switch on that easy for that what was, how you supposed to move forward? You need to let go and let God. How about that?
I did let go and let God. I did. I let go and let God. I don't bother him. He don't bother me. You know, so I just needed some more time to myself. That's all. Turned off. But I still talk. I still got options. Shit, I'm fine.
You are.
You know, I got a lot going for me. You know,
you do.
And
I'm not gonna take that.
I have a lot of gentlemen callers. You know, not like a lot, like I'm some skank out here.
I get you. I know.
You know,
I know where you're going with
it. But I just haven't met anyone that maybe want to turn it on.
It might take a little longer if you keep making those broad statements, such as the one you made. It might take a little, because you know what you're doing. You block, like Janae said from Texas. Hey, Janae from Texas. Janae from Texas said you might be blocking your blessings. You putting certain things out into the atmosphere. The universe is hearing you.
Okay, but I also said I want a good man. I want somebody that's going to love me, be honest, be true, be trustworthy.
But your heart
make me
right.
Your
heart can't be somewhere else. How about that?
Okay, all right.
My butt for that is you just named a lot of great actually qualifications for men. Yeah. But what if those qualifications is what needed to stand out before the switch being hit?
Mm-hmm.
You said what now? Say that again slow.
Say it slow, cousin. I heard you.
Qualifications that you just named were great qualifications. What if those were the prominent qualifications that were necessary for you without the switch being hit?
That would be great.
I like that. Keep talking about this switch, but maybe the switch don't need to be hit.
And I'm okay with you're right, and I'm okay with that.
So that means you got to stop looking at men like whether he flips that switch for you in your mind or not, because that's not the switch that really needs to be necessary.
But I don't think that I could. I never thought about that.
But I think that's the so. I know for me, right? I don't use sex, not anymore. Like when I was younger, like that was definitely like, yeah. But now that I've gotten older, that's not what's going to push me to be in a relationship with somebody. You can have the best D in the world,
yeah.
But if that's the only thing that I'm getting from you,
that's not gonna be enough.
And for me, when I went through my journey of being abstinent, that was a part of that. I had to pull that away and say, okay, there's got to be something else here. What can you give me intellectually? How are you feeding into me to motivate me to be a better person? So I think a lot of times society has put this whole conversation on sex. You need the sex. You got to be happy. what else can you get? I'm not saying that that's not necessary, because it is.
No, that's a big part of
what
it.
I
But
am
you need to be
saying is-
you need to be coming with a lot more to the table than just your
So
your
that
I don't think. Okay, hold up. I think. Okay, you're right, and I do feel the same way. Maybe I explained it wrong. I'm saying if I don't have an attraction to you,
yeah, no,
right? No,
You said sexual.
yes,
Okay.
and I ultimately mean if I don't look like. If you don't look like something I want,
right? Because you see the physical first.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Realistically, that's what you see first.
Physical part, yeah.
Yeah, you have to be physically attracted,
right? And if I'm not physically attracted to you, then it's very likely,
hardly likely,
that I'm going to even see you that way.
But like cousin said, that could be something that's blocking
but
your
that's
blessing.
but
and I know that that's what your
that,
preference is.
But I think that when we say physically attractive, we looking at bang, 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 bang. It ain't always that, you know. It could be a heavyset person. I could be physically attracted to that too. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not that I'm, I just want to, screw them. That's gonna draw me to you first.
Yeah.
And then your conversation is gonna keep me there. If your conversation can't keep me there and all the attributes that I want, then I'm a bounce. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, when we got into a relationship, everything was great until happened. And then it happened again. Then it happened again. Then it was like, all right, I'm out. Because you was giving me everything up until it happened. Then I was like, okay, we gonna work it out. Then it happened again. All right, we gonna try to work it out again. But then when it happened, I'm out. You see what I'm saying?
So you a 3 strike and you out kind of person.
Well,
3 strikes, you out.
I don't want it. I don't want it
again. And
no,
it happened again. And it happened again.
But my thing
3 strikes,
was,
you out.
In this case, yes. In the 3rd strike, because I didn't see a willingness to change.
Okay.
If we're together,
so you can't want it more than him,
right?
He has to want it equally.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because you're showing me that I'm important to you, and our relationship is important to you. You can't show me that all these other outside entities are more important to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was given. So since that was the case, I'm not gonna ask you to choose anymore. I'm just gonna
step away.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's why I'm saying, yes, I thought he was very attractive, and that is what's gonna get me to allow you to come through the gate.
Yeah.
And then if your conversation, your attributes, your values, if those things can't keep me, then you friend zone. Because like for instance, this one little dude, I'll say little because he's younger, and I knew he was attracted to me, but I was not attracted to him because unfortunately he had confided in me about something, and then I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why would you tell somebody that you like?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you can't do those things on your own, there's no way you could be in a relationship with someone and maintain those things. So now you just don't know what happened, but you just friend zoned yourself.
Well, if he watch it, he know now.
Yeah, you friend zoned yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I'm pretty sure men have their own little quirks or whatever that we friend zone ourselves too.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
and I've had, even since me and what's his name broke up, I've been in close proximity with men, great qualities, and they friend zoned themselves. And I don't think that, like, one of them, I don't think he knew that he.
So do you have a list that you go by?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna ask the question that a brother asked you a couple of weeks back. Do you have a list?
I don't have a list.
That you go by?
I don't have a list, but
Is there certain things that
I do feel like
there's certain qualities you're looking for?
No, I think I'm just looking for.
Did you say no?
I'm just looking for someone to treat me as a woman, make me feel honored, make me feel safe.
Okay.
You know, the simple things, you know, they're really simple life things.
They are.
They really are.
They are.
I'm not saying I need you just because I go and buy me a Louis Vuitton purse. I need you to go buy me a Louis Vuitton purse.
Right.
I'm not saying that.
So for most women, they're looking for a sense of security.
Yes,
they're looking to feel safe, secure, and knowing that you're gonna put them first, make them number one.
That's it. So for me now, I pay attention to red flags because with my ex there was red flags, but because
you wanted it so bad,
and I knew he was better than what he would. That goes back to what we was talking about in the beginning, that they have so much. Listen to Janae.
Hey, Janae.
Hey, Janae. But you overlooking the ones that gets your mind. Sometimes you can call for people that capture your mind and intellectually turns you on. He may not be the first sight sexually attraction. Thoughts? What, Janae? He may not be but I'm just saying for me, if I can't look at you and think that I want to see you naked, then
right, you got to be attracted to the physical. The physical is what you see first,
right? Even
and it's
before they open their mouth,
right? It's either you can work with it or you can't.
Yeah,
and then after the physical, for me, it's like the conversation, how you mentally pull me in, how you make me laugh,
how all of those things.
How we gel.
Do you make me feel secure?
Right.
Like
then
all
do
those
we
things.
the things that we might share in common. That's the next thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So with us, where the breakdown came was there became a situation that didn't make me feel secure. So I brought the look, this is how I feel about such and such and such.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm working on blah blah. Then it happened again. This is how I feel about such and such and such. But he wasn't willing to change or to even readjust. It was like either you take it or you leave it. So I was like, obviously you don't love me enough for me to stay, so I'm going to go ahead and go. And I honestly, I don't think that I know that he loves me.
Right.
I do feel like it was a lot of baggage and a lot of things that
extra stuff
that makes him act sometimes and do the things that he do.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I gotta love me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta put me first.
Yeah. Put me first. Put me first.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? So that's on that. So I know it's going to happen for me when it's supposed to, but I don't dwell on it no more. I just kind of, think of stuff to do.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, y'all know me. I'll be like
that purse or that shit.
What?
I don't know that the purse or shit fix that.
Let me tell you, but and then I have all y'all. I have all y'all. Y'all make me feel good, and then I love to see other people happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see him happy. Maybe I wasn't the one that he felt like he needed to, change or do anything for.
Right.
Somebody else may come along and give him that fuzzy feeling, and he feels like whatever, and if I wasn't, let me move out of the way so you can have love that you're looking for. That's going to make you do these things, So, I mean, it ain't no love loss, and sometimes, I mean, but
the whole factor of having yourself vulnerable enough to get to a place where someone else comes in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but
I think that's what damages a lot of females is the fact that you put so much time, energy, and effort into a man, or a spouse or whatever, and then you pour yourself into it, but then that's still not good enough. But somebody else that comes in. I'm not saying for me. I'm saying I think that that's why a lot of women are so damaged when it comes to relationships, because it's like I'm not going to keep giving. I'm pouring my cup into you. I got an empty damn cup over here. Ain't nobody pouring into me.
Why I one time stumbled across something and it said you have to love yourself so much. Your cup needs to be freaking full and overflowing so that you can spread the love from the overflow. If your cup is empty, you're not loving yourself enough.
Right.
How can you love somebody else?
Yeah.
How can you pour into somebody else from an empty cup? This empty.
Right.
You want something to drink?
Right.
I ain't got nothing in the cup to
Right.
give you because the cup is empty.
Right.
So I got to work on me and work on what makes me feel good and, better myself to be able to fill this cup and have enough in this cup for me to the point that the saucer on the bottom of the cup is overflowing, that I shouldn't have to go in here for you. I should be able to give you from this saucer because I'm so overflowed with the love that I have for myself that I got enough of me. I got enough for me that I can afford to love on you and love on all the baggage that come with you.
But see, I think what Mika's getting next to is and correct me if I'm wrong, Mika, but like when we overlook the first incident and overlook the second incident, overlook the third incident, that's when the cup, we overlooking and we're just study pouring from the cup till there's nothing else in the cup, because now you're giving more of you than that person is giving of them.
So yes, that the last part, yes.
Yeah.
What I think I was trying to get to is the fact that, like, you know how you hear so many people say that they lose themselves in a relationship.
Yes, I've been there.
I think that's where
But Janae said you need to add a caller line.
we will be here all day. We will be here all day.
Janae, keep typing, girl.
Janae needs to sit down somewhere.
But no, I think that's part of the problem is, like, when you find people that have, you're right. You should be able to fill your cup up so much to where it is overflowing and you can just easily take that baggage and kind of just spoon it into another. But if you've given and given and given so much to where you've lost yourself in a situation, and now my cup is depleted because I didn't gave you so much.
You can walk away.
Right, but I think that's where the disconnect comes in, because it takes so long for certain people to rebuild themselves and fill that cup back up.
Second time and that third time.
Right. But then what has to come into play now? Okay, is something didn't work out? You got to take 5 seconds or more. 10, 15, 20. I don't know what it's gonna take for you to make sure you loving on you,
right? And
forget stop looking, because you know what? When you least expect it, it's gonna find you.
You're right.
Yeah.
When I wasn't looking, it found me. And I know he probably, if he looking at this, he probably chuckling, smirking, and everything else.
That's my boy.
I was not looking. Believe you and me, I was like, forget that date life thing. Forget them niggas. I'm gonna do me. I wasn't looking because I was broken from previous situations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when I said, you know what, forget y'all, I'm doing me, that's when something was looking at me that I didn't even know was looking at me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all about loving on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Loving on yourself. You know, stop focusing on what you think might be focusing on you. In reality, it might not even be focusing on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's where I am now. Like, just because I still love him, I do me. You know, I do what's going to make me happy. Like, if I want to go somewhere, y'all know, Kecia will get up and go. You know, if I want to do something, whatever it is, you know, I go ahead and do it, you know, because I feel like I have transitioned from that being hurt and broken stage, because I was hurt and broken because I felt that I felt rejected. You know, ultimately I felt rejected. So and not to say that I didn't do things wrong in the relationship, or I didn't say, you know, that I know that, but like you said, you have to self-reflect. And so even though I felt rejected, I also felt, you know, that sense of, well, damn, I could have did X, Y, and Z different. And then, you know, who's to say what would have happened? But that's all a part of your healing. So once I don't want to run him over with my car no more. You know, so I know that I'm healed now. I don't want to bring harm to him. You know what I'm saying? Growth. You know.
Well, you gotta position yourself to forgive that individual that hurt you.
Right.
Forgive yourself for how you might have hurt that person.
Right. Exactly.
Before you can move on. Yeah.
And I have extended forgiveness to him, like to say, you know, please forgive me, you know, through therapy, please forgive me for whatever I've done to hurt you, or if I made you feel emasculated, or because I know my personality, and sometimes I can't. Yes, very, very much so. And I know that sometimes I have to consciously say, okay, you should pull back, and let the man be the man. You know what I'm saying? So I know that I had to humble myself enough to say, forgive me for what I might have done to you, or said, or did to make you feel any other way but loved. So I feel like I'm past that. I'm out of the hurt and feeling rejected and all of that. I'm out of that stage, and I have forgiven myself, and I have forgiven him for the everything that's done. But I think the reason why I can cut it off and leave it off is because I don't want another relationship right now. I mean, even though in my heart,
so the relationship you should be working on right now
is me,
is you. That self-love and filling your cup back up.
And so that's why I think I'm pretty sure 99.9% why I can meet great men who are probably very attractive to other people, or I think they're attractive, but I'm not attracted to them. They just become friend zone. So once I'm in a good place to where I'm ready to let somebody else in, I'm not going to be able to cut it on. And it's been like that for years, unfortunately. When I decided to say I didn't want to date no whole bunch of people, because I didn't know if, I didn't want my kids to see that, especially my daughter. I didn't want her to see that, to think that, that's the way life is. And so I made that conscious decision to say, okay, I'm not going to date. And I cut it off. And when they was older, I cut that motherfucker back on. So I get it, and I appreciate y'all for loving me, but
absolutely.
I'm gonna cut it back on one day. He don't know where I live, so y'all ain't got to worry about him coming knocking on my door. You know how to move, so if you knew where I lived, then you might be needing to do some because if he came knocking, I would have been opening.
Oh Lord! Right? Get it together.
Get it together.
No.
That's what's up. So we're gonna bring this to an end. I think we have chatted.
Conversation though. You had one.
Yeah, I did have one more. I did. I had one more.
We got stuck in that topic for a while.
We was gonna talk about finances, money, building wealth. Yes, we was gonna talk about building wealth. One, because we have some people here that have we are entrepreneurs. We all are building our empires in one way or the other. And we were just gonna, what I wanted to know was, like, you're successful in your business. You've had your business years. What are some of the things that you can tell us that we can use going into it? Because my mind, me, I be thinking of ways to make $1.
You all over the place.
You hear me?
You got them all coming from all over the place.
I know.
But that's good though. I mean, because you should have multiple streams of income, and not just be stuck in one thing, my business is my baby. So I'm often told that, you could run it a different way, but because it's your baby, you don't really, run it in a way like to where you can be maximizing, the income that you could be getting. You know what I'm saying? Because, it's like, for me, it's the right people, right time, right place. You don't want just any and everybody in your stuff. And then two, when in business, you have to put a lot of yourself into it. You have to be in your business 24/7. So the business of your business is to continuously be there and kind of overseeing it, because nobody's gonna have your best interest at heart for your business like you would. That's just my thought process, so.
And how about you, Kecia? You work right here hands-on with Doc. Like, you get it, because I know Doc probably be feeding you, like, yeah, because she's, Doc got a lot going on. She's very successful, like, and I'm grateful for the connections that I have. But Like, what are some of the things that she has deposited or showed you that, you can just drop off into our cups or whoever's listening, like as an entrepreneur?
Well, one thing I will say, referring to Doc, is she is a pusher, and she's like that reminder that you put in your phone and you forget to turn the switch off, so it keeps coming back and keeps coming back on.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she is. She is a pusher, and she's a reminder, and she will always remind you that what you have in you needs to be utilized, because it's there for a reason, which is why she has a show, Know Your Purpose.
Right.
A lot of people don't know their purpose, or they have an idea of their purpose through their dreams or something that they want to do that's not fulfilled. So that's one thing that she is good at. As an entrepreneur myself, is good to be around her because she drops nuggets all the time, and it also be those reminders of things that I know to do myself, because I wear a lot of hats.
Yes, you do.
Oh my God.
Kecia do websites too. So if you need a website, just let me know. I'm gonna put her information on my YouTube page. But you gotta subscribe to my YouTube page.
I subscribe to
Go
it.
ahead, baby.
But I wear many hats, and when people see me, they be like, oh, "Okay, like what do you do?" And then I go down it's a scroll. You just drop it, and it just rolls out, and they be like, "Wait a minute, so what's taking so long? Or what's this? What's that?" One of my biggest hindrances for myself was just having children. Feeling like, how in the world I'm going to be able to make this work with 2 kids? That stopped a whole lot of everything, and Doc was the one to be like, listen, if I got to help here, and here,
right,
you gonna do you gotta get the ball rolling, you gotta do something. So as an entrepreneur, I'm learning to do what I know I am capable of doing, because we'll allow the hindrances of all the things that slow us down, even stop us in our tracks. And we'll keep looking at it like, nah, I just can't see myself getting to that place because of this, and this. So I've learned to actually step over the broken things, because they're still stable enough to walk on sometimes. You know what I mean? To get you to where you're going. That's how I'm becoming okay with easing into the things that I know I'm good at, but I leave sitting on the shelf. I tend to shelf a lot of things.
Yeah.
They grow dormant.
Yeah.
They get a little dusty. Some of them get even stale, but they never disappear. They're still there on the shelf.
Right.
So just
waiting for you to manifest them.
Crack the jar open and get going. So I tend to encourage people to just do it regardless of what you feel and how you feel, because I promise you, I've had ideas. Okay. And it might sound crazy or even cliche, but I know it's happened to more than just me.
Oh, yeah.
I've done clothes since I was a kid. Stuff that I've done and have pictures of as a child making clothes are on runways in New York till this day. Crazy. I used to do crazy stuff. And I'd be like, oh my God, I did that years ago. Of course, I'm not going to get the recognition for it. Right. I didn't have nobody pushing me back then, but it made me understand that you're not the only one that has the gift to do. If you're not going to put the idea out, that idea will definitely get passed to someone else who is going to be okay with it. Like, you know what? I'm going to do it because I saw it. Yeah. So that was big for me. So if you have the idea, you have the dream, you have the vision, just literally no matter what it takes, just go with it, because you have it. It's for you for a reason.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's good, Kecia. That's good. What about you, Meek?
Well, I have shelved and tabled a lot of things, a whole lot. Like I had a blog, and that was actually doing really, really well up until the summertime when Instagram decided to ban my account. Oh, wow. Like, I mean, I was pushing out content every day, creating content every day. And it discouraged me because it was like, damn, I've been doing, I was doing that since like 2016. Oh, wow. And it was just like, well, I didn't have access to anything. You know what I mean? My following was on Instagram. I wasn't really that big on Twitter, but my following was on Instagram. So I think for me, it's just like staying motivated and staying encouraged. We often, when like that one obstacle, kind of like what you was just saying, Kecia, when that one obstacle comes, you kind of just like, man, forget it. And I did. It was just like, oh, well, I'm not doing this anymore. And I also got to a place where I think I was kind of outgrowing social media. You know what I mean? Like I'm getting on up there in age. So it was just like, maybe this just isn't for me. But now now I'm seeing that there is a need. Like, my blog was based solely off of positivity. I'm not doing no gossip. I'm not like none of that stuff that you see on Shade Room or Jasmine Brand. That's not me. That was not. I didn't even want to build my brand off of that. So now I'm seeing that there's a need for that now, because you see, like, what was that? Cardi B sued somebody for slander, and it's like, damn, there is a need for these celebrities. Maybe not celebrities, but there's a need for people to want to see positivity, to want to feed into that. So now it's just getting back to just rebranding and figuring out, like, I got to get myself back immersed into it. But that consistency, I've wanted to do daycare for years. Like, I worked with kids for almost 10 years. And I wanted to open up my own daycare, but it was just like, how? I don't have the money. How do I start? Where do I start? It's you know what I mean? Like, it's so many different things, and I'm realizing now that ain't nothing but the devil trying to block your blessings. So now it's just, I'm trying to figure out, like, what do I want to do? I still have my blog site. I just don't push it as much as I want to. So that's probably just going to get rebranded. I'm still looking at the whole daycare thing, but I think with owning your own business, it's just doing it. You just got to do it. And you got to have people around you that's willing to, like, for me, it was like, well, not all of my friends might support all of the efforts that I do, but who cares? It's other people that support you. You know what I mean? So it's like getting out of that mindset. I think that's a mindset that's embedded in us, plus fear. Like, we're fearful. Nobody wants to fail. But I've learned that failure doesn't define who you are as a person. If anything, it builds you to be a stronger person, and it builds you to, you learn from that mistake and you keep it going. Most people build off of failure, and they're the most successful people ever. So it's just getting out of that mindset, like, and just doing it.
Yeah, that's what's up. I agree with everything all y'all said. I mean, I'm like a serial entrepreneur. I fail, I pick myself up, dust myself up, and keep on going. So and it's all about, you get that fear of failure, that fear of it not being well, or
nothing beats a failure than not to try.
Yes, you're right.
So you just gotta, at first you don't succeed.
Try again.
Trying again. And then, as you try something different, you just, you reinventing yourself every time you try something different.
That's true.
And
you just gotta manifest it.
Plug away at it.
Yeah.
You just gotta manifest it, because we all got the power in us. We all got the knowledge.
It's a mind over matter thing.
Yeah, we all got the wisdom. God has given us everything we need to fulfill our purpose. We just have to manifest it. Yeah. And manifesting it is nothing more than putting all your energy into bringing your purpose to life. That's all it is, So yeah, this was great.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Janae, for your participation.
Janae got to be on the next girl chat.
Girl. Y'all gonna mess around and have Janae move to Maryland.
Come on, Janae.
All right, my good people. This is the end of our show, and this is the end to an amazing Women's History Month. I thank everyone that participated in every episode this month. We had some phenomenal women. Doc, you can go back and see her episode. Dr. Bond, go back and find out about her love for Jesus. And just some amazing people. Coach K was here last week, and she's doing amazing things still with her babies over there at Restoration Gardens. So there's a lot to be done still. Our work is not done. Just like we just recently saw, Kecia Brown and everything that she went through. Yep. Just everything unnecessary that she went through. So there's going to be unnecessary obstacles. You just got to know that you have the power and the purpose in you to manifest it, whatever it may be. You just have to believe in you. And we just have to continue to love our men and support them in any way we can. And our men have to continue to support us and love and protect us without slapping people. I just want to say,
great way to
as always,
no slaps.
Thank God for the opportunity to be here and do what I love. Because anybody that knows me know I love to talk. But I thank God for this purpose. I thank God for this platform. I thank God for my production team. I thank God for Doc for believing in me and trusting me to be on a part of her platform. I thank my guests. And most of all, thank all of you for watching. So, as y'all know, I didn't meet my goal for March. This is what needs to happen. I have a goal for April.
Okay.
I want to get 300 subscribers to my YouTube channel.
Let's make it happen, y'all.
Tell your mother, tell your brother, tell your daddy, tell your pappy, tell your baby daddy, your baby mama, all of them. They need to subscribe, like, share. Most of all, subscribe to my YouTube channel, people. That's my goal for April, is to get 300 subscribers to my YouTube channel. And even if I don't, I still appreciate all of you who take the time to watch my videos, to watch me live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I read all the comments. I respond to them, the inboxes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad that it makes me feel good to know that this platform that God has given me is doing what it is He purposed for me to do. So thank you all. And on that note, peace, love, and smooches.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.